Okay, I haven't said anything or made any video about the cartoon, um, but I thought I had to because I think it's, I've been looking at it, and I have to be honest with you. When I first saw it, it it did come across. I mean, here you can see here. The reason why I had a problem with it, to be honest with you, is, I mean, it is very similar to. I know there's caricatures, and it does look very similar to her. But the thing that I had a problem was when I looked across at the two of them here. If you look at what's her name, Naomi, the girl is depicted as white. I mean, she's got a ponytail, a little ponytail. But if you look at actual, I mean, she had a very small ponytail. It wasn't that much. I'm just trying to see if I can find her original ponytail. Let's have a look. I mean, this is what I think people would have liked to have seen. And this is very much, yeah, but this is not Serena, I'm afraid. This is not her. You know, this is not her. And I have to be honest with you, it does look, yes, it does look very similar, to her. Um, who's this? Very good. Um, I don't know who this is. This is a typical, again, Australia. But I do have to. Sorry, I'm just trying to scroll. I've got this rubbishy laptop. Oh, there she is. Look. Now, it's more of a wispy type of sort of hair. I mean, it is a ponytailish, but it doesn't quite look the same as the one that in the rest of the cartoon. Let's go back. Here we go. Yeah, let me see if I can open it up. I'm just going to open it up. So there you can see um, the it's not the same as that, not quite. But look at the girl. I mean, she doesn't look. She looks white to me. Doesn't look anything. And if you look at the girl herself, she's dark. She's very, very brown. And that's why I had a problem with this, because these two are so-called normal in the white image, and this here is the typical sort of that they class as Sambo type images of the back in the day, and I can understand where people are coming from and why they should they feel angry about it. But the thing is, I mean, this is Australia, and they can draw what they like. There's not, they can draw exactly what they like, and no one can tell them what not to draw. But you've got to understand. See, the only place that's drawn like this is Australia. Nobody else in the world has drawn anything similar. And so, as I said, Australia is a country. It's had a major problems with its own its indigenous people of that country, treated them abysmally, abysmally, and I'm being mild. So I'm not surprised that that it would be Australia that would come out with this kind of of a cartoon. Um, but you know, it does look like her. I mean, you know, Serena's face, I'm afraid, is very butch. It's, you know, there's no two ways about it. Um, but I'm just a little bit curious at the depiction of this umpire and the young girl. The young girl here looks like she's white. It's as simple as that. And so, is there a meaning in it? Because you can see. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can see Naomi, what she looks like. Um, because you can clearly see she has Japanese features. There's a picture of her here. Um, you know, there was no depiction, no sort of nothing more. It was literally the girl is made to look like a white girl, um, and she's clearly isn't. I mean, I've never seen this girl before, but I looked at her and I thought there's something black about her. I could tell. I mean, but I could see that, you know, she's got Japanese features with the eyes, predominantly with the eyes, and you know, she is also quite dark for, you know, in comparison to other you know, Japanese people. So yeah, I mean, I did have a little bit of a problem with it, but I just put it down really to Australians. Australians are known for doing for this sort of kind of thing, and you know, um, you know, Australians are very forthright and don't mess about. Um, but I mean, you know, it is what it is, and it's you know, just got to move on. There's not really much you can really say. They can do what they like. They can predict what they like. I mean, as you can see, this cartoon here is what I think they would have liked. Let's open it up. Yeah, this is what they would have liked. This image here, but I'm sorry, it doesn't fit because that ain't Serena Williams. Under any circumstances, they ain't her at all. As much as they would like it, it ain't her at all. Um, so yeah, that's a better picture of the girl. I mean, she does, as you can see, she looks like a Japanese or an Asian girl, but with a very dark skin. Um, so yeah. Now the question is it racist? Um, I don't know. I think what it is what it is, and I think we just move on. Just move on. It's done. There's nothing else you can do about it. I mean, what are you going to do? How are you going to deal with this guy? He's in Australia. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, is Serena Williams going to sue him for what? No, it's done. Um, it's a picture of her. I do understand what they're coming from. You know, it's depicting her as a baby. Um, but as I said, for me, when I first saw it, I was really uncomfortable. I felt really uncomfortable about it because the reason being is the when Robinson's Jam used to have the gollywog on their jam on their jars. Um, I found it very offensive for a while when I was younger, but I have to be honest with you, I did like it because of the way it was dread in the red and the blue. It looked really good, and there was a little button um, badge. To my shame, it did look quite good actually on one level, but at the same time, you know, I could see the stereotype of what it was, and so it took quite a long time of persuading Robinsons to eventually get rid of it from their jar, because black people were buying it. They bought their jam and they were eating it. I never bought it. My aunt used to buy it, so it was there. So I still it was what it is. And this was in the 70s and the 80s. They eventually got rid of it, and it's no longer on their their packaging. Um, but what used to annoy me is that people would say, "Oh, it's just a little toy doll. It doesn't represent black people." And it's like, what are you talking about? So I think that's where a little bit of the annoyance comes in. You sometimes get people who are trying to bamboozle you a little bit and say, "Oh no, it's not offensive." No, it's not offensive to you, but it is offensive to the person of color who's looking at that, and they will find it offensive. Um, but in regards to this, Serena Williams, I think that it is what it is. It's time to move on. Leave it as is. As is. You know, the depiction has been done, and I'm more concerned about her behaviour um, throughout the whole match. So, is it racist? Oh, God, jury's out. um, yeah, jury's out. It's very difficult. It's very difficult because this guy has drawn other. I think the Australian tennis guy is showing him with really big ears, and this was I haven't. This was before her picture, so he did. The guy was sitting in the chair and he's been, spoken to by the umpire, and apparently nothing was done about his behaviour. And the next picture of the same guy, it shows a female official holding him by his big ears, and that's apparently what should have happened. But so yeah, I think everyone's just got to chill. It is what it is. It's done. Move on. Let's not behave like Serena. Anyway, thanks for listening.